Anybody that tries to start a little league or anything like that, the NBA has some type of animosity towards them niggas, bro. Like think about Ice Cube, right? And the big three shit that he's doing. Has the NBA ever supported that? Have you ever heard the NBA talk about Ice Cube's big three league? They
No,
hate when people do stuff like that, bro. They don't like it. They don't.
especially when you black.
What, nigga? And you know what's crazy? You can't. You know what's crazy though? A lot of the former players though, that's where they go to play. Joe Johnson. I don't know if you remember Joe Cool Johnson when he was playing for Miami. That nigga was getting buckets with us. But Joe Johnson went over there to play. Jamal Crawford goes over there to play sometimes. But the NBA never ever endorses Ice Cube's Big Three League. They'll never endorse it. They'll never endorse it because he's not cool and buddy buddy with Adam Silver. You know what I'm saying? But like Kai Cenat, you seen that picture with Kai Cenat when he took with Adam Silver, but they endorsed Kai Cenat's little league. But that's because he's cool with Adam Silver. I ain't never seen Ice Cube take a picture with Adam Silver. I ain't never seen Ice Cube talk to Adam Silver. These are things that you got to look at when it comes to these types of things, bro. They really, really don't like when we try to expand and try our own shit because you're giving the players ideas and you're planting seeds in their heads that they can do that too. Like LeBron James, if LeBron James really wanted to, bro, LeBron James could start his own league and people would watch it because why?
Now that I'm looking at,
James.
now that I'm looking it up, I'm seeing headlines. Ice Cube calls out Adam Silver for not supporting Big Three.
Bro, I told you.
Ice Cube slams Adam Silver. Ice Cube demands Adam Silver. NBA Commissioner Ice Cube warns Adam Silver that Big Three, dog, could steal NBA talent. Like these niggas is they're rivals.
I told you. And now that we're on the topic of Adam Silver, right? How do you feel about Adam Silver as a commissioner? How do you feel about him?
I feel like David Stern has shit on lock. David Stern had the NBA doing so much better.
The ratings, the NBA ratings, minus because I don't know if you do this too, but me, I only watch Miami Heat games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I don't even finish the game because you know I'm a nigga's getting older now. I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting a little touching. I'm almost touching.
You fall asleep.
Shit. No, I'm falling asleep. I'm an old head. You know what I mean? But minus the fact, nigga, I don't really plan on tuning into any other games unless I'm betting. Unless it's Miami Heat, nigga, that's all I watch is Miami Heat. But if you look at a lot of the teams around the league, like I've been saying, like the 3-point ball is cool and all, but where the 3-point shit becomes a problem is every team wants to mimic what Boston is doing because Boston just won the championship. And like you just said, that's the formula to winning basketball games now. So essentially what you have is teams playing the same exact way, or at least trying to. Back then, when David Stern was the commissioner, we didn't have this issue because if you looked around the league, every single team was playing a different brand of basketball, which made basketball so exciting. So if I tuned in to watch the Chicago Bulls, I know I'm getting something different. I know I'm getting a different product. If I tune in to watch the Miami Heat, I know I'm getting a different product, and I could potentially see LeBron James catch a body tonight. Okay? When it comes to this league nowadays, it's not like that. You got Ant-Man, for an example, right? Last year, Ant-Man had an incredible year, right? Going to the rack, dunking on niggas and shit. One time he dunked on somebody so bad, he fucked his finger up. But that's the shit that we like to see. That's what get NBA fans excited. Now, when you look at his game now, he's trying to shoot a bunch of threes and all that. Yeah, it's translating to winning basketball, but it takes the excitement out of the game and out of the product. That's why the ratings are so low.
And it's as simple as little shit like David Stern had players grown men wearing suits. Professional, clean cut, none of the gimmicks, none of the fingernail painting shit, none of the
all that shit is gimmicky
fashion bullshit. Just throw your suit on. Put your suit on like a grown man, come to work type shit.
Whack
like the drip is cool, but the suits was better. Like I don't know what
like professional.
The suits was better.
Cause you played basketball when you was in school and shit, so you could probably,
When
you
you had
know,
to show up to school and you was fly as fucking your sharp shit.
fly as a bitch, nigga. You getting ready. You know the bitches know you finna play in the game tonight. The teachers know you finna play in the game. So, nigga, if you're not, staying focused in class, I'm gonna tell coach not to put you in today. But that's the times that that shit was exciting. You know what I mean? It's nostalgic when you see the players come in the fresh ass suits and shit. It looks like they here for business. And they pull up. They got this weird ass sweater on. Like Tatum got a weird ass sweater on. Kyle Kuzma got this weird ass drip on. This bubble coat on. Nigga, that shit is whack. It's gimmicky.
He's tanking the NBA.
He is taking the NBA
He's
down
tanking it.
to
He's
the
tanking it.
deep sea, and he's drowning that bitch like 100,000 feet deep, nigga, in
And,
the
and
ocean.
and and I don't know if it's just me, but when I see these weird looking bald headed nigga, it just give me clone vibes. Like not a
That nigga look
real,
like a
like he not a
that nigga
real
look
human.
that nigga look like an alien.
He look like an alien or some shit, bro. I'm looking at this picture of him right now with these big dumbass ears and these dumbass glasses and this dumbass smile and these dark ass eyes and that bald ass head. That nigga look like he
And
came out. He came out of incubator.
I'm glad it like he was made in a lab and just thrown in that bitch.
Like
Here you
what?
go. Oh, y'all need a new commissioner? What y'all got cooking up in there in that lab?
Like
Oh, Adam
just like just
Silver.
like just like that one Walsh on the Boston Celtics,
That
nigga
nigga look like a
came out.
2K generic player.
Bro, they came out the same lab, bro.
He looked like he came out of the auto generated 2K
Like
player.
what? That shit's so crazy to me. I'm like, bro, there's something going on, and we're gonna find out about that
And
shit later.
it's weird too, bro, because you only see that nigga every once in a blue moon.
Like, bro, that shit's so weird, bro.
Why haven't we seen this nigga so long? Did they have to reprogram this nigga and throw him back out there? But I'm glad that we on the same page that Adam Silver is doing a horrible job at being a commissioner for the NBA.
Bro, you got to think about some of the things that come out about the NBA. A lot of things that come out about the NBA. If David Stern was still the commissioner, it wouldn't even have came out. We would have
It
never
wouldn't
heard
even
about it
happen.
because David Stern fake ran that shit like a gangster, bro.
And why did he give up his position to be commissioner again? I forget.
That nigga held the job for 30 years
Yeah.
before retiring in February 2014. And he stopped the Chris Paul trade, which it sounds crazy and people probably mad about that, but that's the type of shit you have to do to make sure the NBA stays the NBA.
Yeah.
I know
Because I feel like
people are mad
go
about that
ahead.
shit. People are mad about that shit, but you had to keep the balance.
Keep the balance. Yeah. But when Adam Silver got in that bitch, Kevin Durant said he wanted to go to the Warriors. Kevin Durant went to the Warriors. And I think the reason why David Stern was so intimate on trying to keep the balance in the NBA is because he seen how upset it made fans when LeBron James decided to go to Miami and team up with Wade and Bosh and them. And we were essentially like the first super team type of thing. That's what we was labeled as, a super team. But I can't even really say that we was really a super team like that because we didn't win the championship every fucking year. And that's with everybody being healthy, bro. We didn't win the championship every year. When you look at a team like the Warriors, the only thing that could stop them niggas from winning the championship against Toronto that year was because of injuries.
Yeah, David Stern had belt the ass on the league when he was here. He had everything in check. He drove them where they needed to be by keeping things in check. Whenever something came out, he nipped it in the butt. He made sure like this nigga was like a mobster, bro. That's why he had them niggas wearing suits and shit. That was his mob, and he was treating that motherfucker like a mob, taking care of everything, making sure the money was flowing, making sure, yeah, bro, you can't go to that team because it's gonna be too good, and that's bad for our rating because nobody gonna really watch none of the other teams type shit.
But now, you look at it now, the goal for every team essentially nowadays is to build a super team. And if you don't have something equivalent to a super team, you're shit out of luck. You know? Because imagine if the Sixers were fully healthy this year. They would be classified as probably a super team. Look at the Knicks. They're looking like a super team. The Boston Celtics, super team. Everybody's trying to get a super team now.
And David Stern died in 2020
Okay, so he did pass
from
away.
a brain hemorrhage.
A brain hemorrhage?
Yeah.
Damn.
On December 12, 2019, he suffered a brain hemorrhage and underwent emergency surgery. He was earning a $9 million salary. I'm sure he was still getting paid after he retired. I
R.I.P. to David Stern,
How
man. The
old
league
was
won't be
he?
the same without you.
He was 77. He probably was ready to die, but I still don't believe things just happen because they happen, especially when you're dealing with these type of people.
Yeah.
I forget what documentary I watched when I learned about him a little bit, and I was like, this nigga don't take no shit. Like he could be
Was it
cool.
was it was it that Tim Donaghy documentary on Netflix when they was cheating, when the refs was cheating and shit?
Yes, it was that one. It was that
Yeah.
one. It was that
Yep.
one. Yep. It was the refs cheating, the cheating shit. Yep.
All right. Yep.
David Stern, he because if I'm not mistaken, we didn't know about a lot of that shit up until the documentary because he kept that shit in check. That's why I
He
said.
did.
That's why I said just 'cause we know a lot about the NBA that's been happening in the past few years, but the shit that we don't know is gonna come out later for real. Like
Yeah.
when they
It's a
was
lot
able
of
to patch
shit.
up, it's gonna come out. And I will say it was probably easier for David Stern to keep things under wrap and under control because of the no social media thing, but because social media is taking over now, so everything gets on like the Draymond Green punch. Even with social media, I would like to think David Stern would have got that shit wiped.
He would have got it wiped out.
It would have
They
never
would have
came
never
out.
even came out, and they would have never had to forcefully trade Jordan Poole away because
Facts.
essentially they could have kept all that stuff in house and they could have looked like a brothers fighting. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Had it not got out to the media, because now Jordan Poole, his family seen the video. The bitches that Jordan Poole fucking with, that the roster of bitches that he got on his phone, seen the video of him getting his shit pushed in by Draymond. You know what I'm saying?
It's
There's a lot of
embarrassing.
bad blood. It's
Bad
a bad
blood.
blood
And I
animosity
like
in
to
the locker
think
room.
Jordan Poole ain't the same player he was because that happened.
He's not. He's not. And recently, not recently, but I want to say like a month ago or some shit, Draymond Green did get on the podcast and he kind of gave Jordan Poole his props on how well he's been playing for the Wizards this year, even though they're not really winning. He said that Jordan Poole looks like a better player. He's taking better shots and all that. With all that being said, you don't ever hear Jordan Poole even speak on Draymond Green. You know what I mean? So the animosity and everything is still there from that incident that happened. And I only do believe, like you said, because of social media, bro.
It's because
If it
of
wasn't
social
for
media.
social media, because I've been in a locker room before. I've seen guys squabble. You
It
know what I'm saying?
happens.
And
It
cool,
happens.
and they're cool the next day.
It happens. You're not supposed like
Everything's in
it's
house.
part of when you in sports, your team is become like your brothers. And brothers fight, nigga. We gonna shoot the fade. We gonna hey, try to go smoke one, type shit. Like niggas could
We
fight,
talk about
but
it. You know what I mean?
the problem is when y'all fight and y'all can't get over it. But
You can't get
nigga,
over if every social media platform is talking about it.
rubbing it in
If
your face like
ESPN's
damn, he got punched in his shit.
bro, ESPN's talking about it, Fox talking about it, everybody's talking about the shit. So now it can't really die. It can't just be, oh, me and Draymond just got into a fight and we brothers and shit. Shit happened. It's not like that no more. Everybody knows about it. Now you're hearing things from family members like, oh, one family member is in this ear saying you should forgive him. The other family member's like, no, fuck that nigga. He just embarrassed you. And Jordan Poole was kind of feeling himself too around that time because he had just got paid. There's only so he just had a crazy run in the finals. He's the third splash brother essentially, and he was looked at as the guy that was going to take the reins from Steph Curry when Steph Curry retires. But now none of that is happening anymore because of that video.
Because of one video, one punch,
One video.
one
But
because of something that probably happens in all locker rooms.
it
But
happens in every locker room. But like I said though, A lot of people don't understand that these cameras on our phones aren't just cameras, bro. These cameras can be used as weapons, bro. This camera, you can use this camera, bro, and end relationships, friendships, partnerships, all types of shit, bro.
All types of
All
ships.
types of shit, nigga. So, hey, man, but shout out to Jordan Poole, though, man. I see he's playing a little better this year, even though the team is ass. They lost like what, 16 straight games?
Damn, they the new Pistons.
They the new Pistons. And you remember Kyle Kuzma was talking shit about the
That's why
Pistons
you
losing.
gotta stay
That's why you
humble.
need the and that's exactly the reason why we don't need guys like Kyle Kuzma on the Miami Heat,
You
bro. I'm
gotta learn
sorry.
how to keep your mouth shut and hoop. You can't be bringing that type of bad luck to us, bro. Because you brought it to the Wizards.
Karma.
Like
Karma.
how you gonna say could never be us type shit? And look at y'all now.
Y'all can't even beat the Pistons
I
now.
can't even beat the Pistons, and I'm sure the Pistons got it in the back of their head every time they play y'all. We gonna
Oh
whoop y'all
yeah.
ass, and so we don't need Kuzma to come over here to Miami Heat because every time Pistons play us, because I'm sure the gripe is really with Kuzma because he said that shit. They gonna be
Oh
trying to whoop
yeah.
our ass every
Yo,
time, bro.
when I see Kuzma play against the Pistons, bro, he don't get no buckets, nothing, nothing
They
going on with him.
lock his ass up, man. Well, y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, leave y'all thoughts in the comment section.